Hey everyone, this is why I quit my job from a normal 9 to 5 to go full time freelance. So, I have been kind of wrestling with this idea for over a year, and I finished my university. I studied computer science a year ago, and I was still doing a job that I had been doing when I was in college. And it was at a startup, and I was a front end developer, but I didn't really feel appreciated. It kind of felt like my work and the stuff that I did could easily be replaced by someone who just knew like how to code, and not that my specific needs and my specific skills were actually required. And I think that's something to really think about when you're in a job, because why go to college and study something hard to feel kind of like replaceable? Yeah, so that's like the first reason. Then the second reason was that the work got kind of repetitive, and there was no like real excitement anymore. And it was basically just doing the same tasks over and over again. Like they were different, but it was mainly like fix this bug, or implement this small feature, or do this or do that. It's not something where I would say, yay, I'm so excited about this and I can't wait to do this, because it was just not fun. Third thing was that my time sometimes felt really wasted when you're in a startup. And like it, so when I joined, there was about 70 people, so it was not that big yet, but it was bigger than 10 to 15 people, meaning there was kind of a structure. But when you're in a startup and you only have basically one boss or maybe two bosses, then it's really easy to be overlooked sometimes. And I think that's something where I got frustrated really quickly, is when you don't really have the ear or the eye of your immediate supervisor. Yeah. And when you only have one supervisor basically for like 15 developers, then it's hard for her or for him to be there for every single developer. And that's what I like realized as well. And then sometimes you would wait a long time for just a simple response, and then the entire time would just be like wasted. And this could be an hour or 2 hours even, where you would just sit in the office, not do anything. And I felt like my time was really wasted in that aspect. Then I felt like there was no real room for growth. And I was basically just stuck doing the same task. Now, the reasons why I chose to go full time freelance: when I was in university at it's the Technical University of Munich, I felt like my creative side was kind of being shoved down. They have this notion there that it just has to work and it's not important like how stuff looks. But I am a visual person, and I always cared about how stuff looked, and that was kind of not given to us very much in the computer science program. And when I finished college and when I started doing stuff like on my own, I realized that I like the nice looking stuff of a computer science side, and I just wanted to like combine the two. Yeah, and I realized that I'm not very much alike to many of the developers and engineers that go out of that university, and I'm more a mix of a developer and kind of like an artist. And I want to show my work through my projects. And that is something I have realized in the last year or so, that it's not something that is really pushed or um, developed at university sometimes. Now I have also way more control over my hours. I know I'm gonna need to work more on projects, and the hours are gonna be longer and more, but the hours are gonna be on my time, and that freedom, that time freedom, is something I really like, and it's something that I think many people value. And I don't really have a problem with time management. So I basically just do my work like in the mornings, and then I like work throughout the day. Still manage to keep healthy by going to the gyms and going for walks and keeping up with my relationships and all that. I just feel that I have more control over my daily life, and it's something that I wish for everyone. Then I can grow at my own pace, which is great because if I'm not on a project at a specific time, then I can use my time to work on my own projects, or I can learn something new. I feel like you have more freedom because you're not really stuck sometimes in your job, and you can actually use the time that you have each day. And then um, the aspect of kind of being able to do it on your own, it feels like I have more responsibility, but also that I have just more control, and that gives me some kind of hold. I don't know how to say that exactly, but it's like that I feel more in control, but the work is worth more to me therefore. So like if a project is due and it's my name that's on the line, then I'm going to put more time and more effort into that project because I know it's my reputation that's on the line. And I feel that I did not have that in the startup culture because I was just basically one developer out of like 50, and I didn't feel the same responsibility that I had in that. And yeah, those are basically the reasons why I started freelancing. And the last main reason, I don't know if I said it yet, but it's basically just that I can do what I really want to do. I really enjoy creating new things, creating new websites, creating new things in terms of animations and designs and combining that aspect. And yeah, so that's basically it. Thank you guys for listening.